Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something you probably deal with every single day: household chores. If you live with your family or with roommates, you absolutely have to know how to talk about cleaning up. So let's jump right in.
So just think about it for a sec. Who takes out the trash in your home? Is it you? Your partner? Maybe one of your kids? Every home has its own little system. And today, you're going to learn exactly how to talk about it in English.
Okay, first things first, we need the right words. Before we can build sentences, we've got to have the building blocks, right? So this section is all about getting that basic vocabulary down for the most common chores. Let's take a look at some of these key phrases. One thing you'll notice is that for a couple of these, we use the verb do, like do the dishes and do the laundry. Let's just run through these so you can hear how they sound. You can even repeat after me if you want. Ready? Do the dishes, do the laundry, water the plants, vacuum, take out the trash, and change the bed sheets. Awesome. These are going to be super useful in just a minute.
Oh, and here's a quick pro tip that'll make you sound way more natural. In English, if you say, "I have to clean my room," people will think you only mean your bedroom. If you mean the entire place, you'll want to say, "I have to clean my house," or "I have to clean my apartment." It's a small difference, but it really matters.
So we have the words now, but what do we do with them? Well, this next part is all about putting them into action. We're going to learn how to turn that vocabulary into simple, polite questions for when you need to ask someone for a little help.
And here it is. Honestly, this is the magic phrase. Can you? It's the simplest, it's the most common, and it's the most effective way to ask someone to do something in a normal, everyday conversation. It's polite, direct, and super easy to remember.
And building the question is as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm not kidding. You just start with, "Can you?" Then you add one of those chore phrases we just learned, and you finish it with a question mark. That's it. It's the perfect recipe for a polite request.
Let's see how it works. Can you do the laundry? Simple. Can you pick up your toys? A classic for any parent. Or, can you vacuum the living room? See how you can just plug any of those phrases right into the sentence? Of course, a conversation isn't a one-way street, right? After you ask a question, you also need to know how to respond when somebody asks you. So let's look at how to say yes and, just as importantly, how to politely say no. This chart shows you everything you need. To say yes, you can keep it really short and friendly. Sure. Or no problem. Easy. Now to say no, it's always a good idea to start with sorry. It just sounds more polite. And notice, saying sorry, I'm busy isn't rude at all. It's a totally normal, polite way to explain why you can't do it at that very moment. All right, we've got the words, we've got the question, and we've got the answers. Now it's time to put all the pieces together and see what these conversations actually sound like in real life.
So just imagine your roommate or maybe your dad asks you this. It's a super common, everyday kind of request. "Can you take out the trash?"
And here's that simple, positive reply we talked about. No problem. That lets them know you're happy to do it. And that's it. The conversation could end right there. So easy.
Okay, let's try a different situation. Let's say you get asked this, but you're right in the middle of doing something else. "Can you change the bed sheets?" And here's that polite no in action. "Sorry, I'm busy right now." This is great because it clearly communicates you can't do it at this exact moment, but you're not being rude about it. This is a really, really useful phrase. Now, here's the best part. This isn't just for talking about chores at home. This "can you" question works everywhere. A teacher might ask a student, "Can you clean the board?" And the student can use the exact same simple responses we just learned. Okay, we've covered all the key parts for talking about chores. So now, you know what's coming. It's time for the most important part, for you to go out and practice this yourself. So let's just do a quick review of the simple formula. First, you need the right vocabulary, like "do the dishes." Then, you build a polite question using "can you?" And finally, you know how to respond with a simple "sure" or a polite "sorry, I can't." That's really the whole process. So, I'll leave you with this final thought, a little mission for you. I want you to try and use this language today. Find someone, a roommate, a family member, a classmate, and just practice. So my question for you is, what chore will you ask about today? Thanks for watching.